Hello and welcome back to my garage here in Car Mechanic Simulator 2018. So I've been a little bit busy here. Took a bit of a break. I was feeling a little bit burned out on Car Mechanic Simulator. Wanted to play something else for a while. But really would like to find another game to play that I could make videos on, but frankly, most of what I play doesn't lend itself as well to making videos as this does. And I still enjoy doing this, so I guess I'm going to keep going at it. I have, what I have here, this is the last car that I bought, the second car that I bought in the last video, which is the stock Plymouth Fury. It has a white roof because it has a vinyl roof. And this one I'm going to keep, because I did have a Fury in my collection, and it was a different mod that was deleted from the workshop, so it went away. And I've been waiting to get one like this so that I could replace it. So what I had to do, though, the second floor in my parking, I showed you guys the first floor, which has all completed cars in it. The second floor had a bunch of junk cars in it, and I got a couple of them out, and I looked at what was there. And a bunch of older style, like 50s style classic cars are there. And there were a few junk. There were still several junk cars in there, and I got them all out now. So the only stuff that's on the second floor is going to be completed cars. So this one is worth It's worth $62,000, but that's not really the point. Move this one. It's going to end up on the second floor of the parking structure. And that leaves behind the kind of the Ford theme I have going here at the moment. This one here, well, let's start over here because surprisingly this is actually the least valuable of all of them. This is a GT40. It came with the black on it. The factory color was blue. I decided to leave it black because I was going to chrome the wheels anyway, and I think that looks better with the jet black and the chrome wheel. It's complete, fully upgraded, the whole deal, and it's about 150 grand, 160 grand for this car. And then back here in this corner is another Gt350, which of course is essentially a Mustang with a bit of a body kit on it and some other engine tweaks and whatnot. But this one also came in black, and the factory color was this kind of off-white, sort of white with a hint of pink. I don't know how to describe it. It wasn't attractive at all. And it came in black, so I decided, again, to leave it that way. And this one is worth a bit more than the GT40. 221 grand for this car. And then this one is actually a DLC Mustang, 5.0 Mustang. So this is a DLC car. And it came in white, which was, again, not the factory color. Or, I'm sorry, it was. So this one, I left it this color because I thought it looked good against the chrome. And these are the standard Ford Mustang wheels. You can chrome them, and it doesn't erase the centerpiece there with the logo. And this car is done like the others. And this is the most expensive of the three that were here. It's $340,000 for that car. Plus, notice it has really low mileage, only 3,500 miles on it. So whoever had it got wiped it out before they had it for very long. But anyway, that one can go now. And when I shift some more cars around, there's some other completed cars in other levels of the parking structure that need to be moved up to level 2. And once I get that filled out, I'll show you guys that one. But for now, we're going to go to the junkyard. There's several new mods that have come out. And I'd like to see if we can find something in there. See if we can find one or two of them. Okay, here we are. And not looking promising already. What is that? This is like the Chapman, I think. Yeah, Bolt Chapman. That over there is... This is not the Jeep, is it? No. Bullthorn Grand Mojave Storm. That's a in-game vehicle. I don't think I've actually done this one before. has a supercharged V8 in it. That might be a possibility if nothing else more exciting shows up. I actually don't think I've ever bothered to do the Chapman either, because it looks like a old Ford LTD or something. What are you? FMW Panther Super Sport. I did one of these myself. I did one of these on my own, and this is like the BMW with the supercharged V8 in it. That engine looks pretty complete. It's got no water pump. I can see there's no water pump there. No radiator, for that matter. Huh. I'm not as interested in that as I am in the other car. I saw something green over there. This, I think, is a Corvette. Yeah. That is a Corvette Zr1. This is a weird mod. I've done this before, but it's like somehow it takes like every single engine possibly in the game, and some that don't really even exist, apparently. I did one of these once before. I don't remember it being terrible. It had some weird design decisions built into it. Ain't got much in here. Boy, that's it. I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to buy that Corvette, and we'll do that one just for fun. And how much are you? 14 grand. Value is 12. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I did one of these. I don't even remember how much it comes out to be. I am going to go buy that other bolt horn, though. Just because I want to see what it looks like when it's finished. And how much are you? 17 grand. This is cost marginally more than that Corvette. Okay, so we bought a couple of cars. Let's get out of here. Okay, so let's get on this taking stuff off. Yeah, this is what I remember. Watch this. See the whole interior there? Yeah, the interior is just like a body part. I remember that being odd. Global body condition 2%, so there's something still on it. Fender, okay, that's this. I remember that now. And I think that, yeah. Rear left fender, what are you? Like the gas cap or something? Whoops. There's a clip on there. One frickin' clip holding that thing on. You never know which radiator it is either. It's either this fan B or this regular radiator housing, and I never can remember which one is which one a given car will have. Let's see. have to figure out what that left rear fender could be. Rear left fender. Okay, so let's go over here and look it up. This is the Zr1, so let's narrow this down. There we go. Left rear fender. That looks like a side skirt, so it must be there. Gotcha. And you know what? I don't really want to reuse any of this stuff. Reptilia R2 seats and steering wheel. I think that'll do it for me right there, yeah. It just looks bizarre floating there like that. Let's move this thing. I think if I clean it up, I'll be able to see what's happening better. Oh, and let's put the battery on here, since I always forget to do that. And I don't think I actually need to... Yeah, the interior condition is 100% already, so I don't really need that. And I'm going to flush... I'm going to flush these parts. Some of that actually might be repairable, but I don't want to. So we'll go with new stuff. And why? There we go. Although, I just threw the battery on the charger. Get all the stuff that I know I'm going to need at this point. Get all the everything that goes on the body. Now these, I did notice that quite a few of those parts were like front bumper B and whatnot. So I'm going to have to pay attention to that and make sure I get the right ones back on here. A supercharged V8 at least is really easy to build. I think I may change those wheels too. Put something else on it. And we'll get all of our exhaust pieces put on. And that's good. I actually know that the front pipe V8 is in here. And those were rear muffler V8. So this thing you know already is going to be a beast when it's done. It just looks, well, now that it's cleaned up, it doesn't look quite as weird as it did, but it still looks weird. Okay, so, no, let's look at... Okay, so... Get the windows, these fenders, mirror, tail light, left and right fender, headlight. So the other stuff is probably all B. No? I saw a license plate when I took everything off. There was a blank license plate. I'm not sure where that came from. Probably the front bumper. I think that was all of those. No. Stuff needing the doors. So now, since I want to make sure I get those parts correct. Yeah, see, front end B, rear bumper B. Front and left, let's see, doors B, front end B, rear bumper B. I think they're all going to be B parts. It looks like it had a livery on it too. Front end B, front clamshell B, hood B. And only one plate in the rear. And I'm going to have to move it to get the interior in. Where are we at now? 95%? Yeah, I think it's just the front end left. Yeah, watch this. This is funny. Zoop. Just slide the whole thing right in there. No need to model everything when you just create it as a body part. At least it covers everything up. There's nothing clipping through anywhere. It looks good. I mean, I'll say that for it. So this is the factory color. I think I'll stick with it. It looks alright. I'm not sure. Messing with the colors would probably... Well, I probably could mess with the colors and kit up something. Like black would probably look good with this black with the white stripe and the red pinstriping on the, well, not really pinstripes, more like chevrons here. Black would probably look good here too. Since the interior of the doors and stuff, the trim in the interior is red. That looks kind of, doesn't look really right. I guess I'll go with it. I could probably screw with it for a long time before I found something I was really happy with. But I'm gonna sell this car anyway. How much was it? We paid what, 11 or 17,000 for it? 39 grand now. So at least we've doubled what we spent on it. And it has, looks like it has the suspension arm rear end. I did those other two cars that I showed you guys at the beginning, the GT40 and the Mustang. I did those both at the same time. Took everything off of all of them. Took every part off, and then went through and cleared out all the pieces that you can't repair, and all the bushings and the tie rods and sway bars and all that stuff. Ended up having to replace a lot of parts because, I mean, I think I ended up, between the two of them, with probably less than, I don't know, 20% of the parts that I took off I was able to reuse. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that you can't reuse anyway, but between the two of those cars, like even the wheels, usually on a junkyard car, I repair like 3 out of 4 wheels. On those two cars, I was able to repair 1 of each set. So I ended up buying almost all new sets of rims for those two cars. The engines, the engines were substantially complete, and I was able to repair a lot of the stuff that I repaired a lot of the stuff that I didn't reuse, like the heads, because I wanted to put performance heads on them anyway. So it was a stark contrast with a lot of the cars that I get from the junkyard, where the engine is just a crankshaft and a block and nothing else. This engine looks like it's largely complete too. Oops, gotta get that. I'm going to go ahead and take off all of the chassis parts here. Sometimes I've been experimenting with different ways of doing it, where a lot of times if I want to be really systematic about it, I'll just work on like the back end, get it all done, put back together, then take the front end apart, do all that. I've kind of gotten to where I know enough of the parts that it's really easy, once I get everything off and I flush all the junk, to get the stuff that I need again to rebuild it all. Of course, this is going to have just a total pile of bushings to go on it, because that rear end has 16 bushings. And this front has like 12 of them. I have to admit, this isn't really the car I was hoping for. Because there were like, I think I downloaded four new mods off the workshop, and I would have liked to have seen just about any of them, just to do something new. Though, admittedly, that bolt horn over there, I'm pretty sure I have never done before. There's no... yeah. Just wanted to make sure there wasn't an intercooler or something hiding up there. So now we have to process our way out of all of this stuff. So there's going to be 8 of those small bushings. And then, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 18, 19, 20 full-size bushings. Accidentally right-click there, I didn't mean to. So we could probably repair a bunch of these things. I think I'm just going to flush them all, though. Having repaired brakes doesn't strike me as a good idea. So that's a full set of disc brakes. Pretty easy to remember all that. Whoops. And then we had 8, let's see, 3 times 6 is 18, plus 2 is 20. 8 of these. Gonna need tie rods. I should have looked to see which sway bars it has, because it has front and rear sway bars. I know it has these and those. See, these, I remembered it was front link B because it doesn't have front shock A. So those are both those are both B. And then we need double wishbone shock absorbers for the front. And we need a set of these for the rear. Don't know which shock absorber it is. You would think that would be something I would look at. So I bought these and get rid of these things here. Shock A, there we go. Okay, rear shock absorber A. We'll go ahead and get those. Whoops. Let's get the gearbox stuff. Oh, that drive shaft will probably be able to repair. We'll certainly be able to repair. Get rid of the rest of this. Probably not going to be able to repair that, which is too bad. I want this. Get our gearbox stuff. And it's the V8 gearbox right here. Okay, so these can go now. Oh yeah, I'm definitely going to change those wheels. I knew they were black, but that doesn't look good at all. Okay, hubs. So I need 4 bearings, 2 caps. Probably going to have to replace all of those. And what does that leave us with? Suspension parts mostly. All right, let's see what we can repair. We're not going to get a lot. We're not going to get a lot of this stuff back. I only saw 2 things fail. That's not bad. What do we need? See, I thought I was hoping against hope, because this sells for like $750 if you can repair it. But it wasn't going to let us have it. Wow, I need like most of the rear suspension. That was 2 A's and a B. Both of the rear knuckles. And there was a front axle knuckle cover and I think a wheel hub 3. Okay, looks like we repaired all those wheel hubs. I didn't think we'd get all those. Front steering knuckle C. And what was the other thing? I looked at it a second ago and oh, there we go. 2 upper suspension arms. Okay, so these are 17-inch wheels, and they are all 285/45/17. (285/45/17). Okay, so I got the right size tires. Now the trick is going to be to pick a rim. And I kind of want to do something from here. Something like this, maybe? Or this? I think this. Because I can chrome them and they'll still have a little bit of... They'll still have some heft to them. And that should be 3. And 4. Yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. I'd pay real money to have 2 of these machines instead of just 1. Okay, so everybody is mounted now. I think that's 1 left to balance. 285/45/17. Make sure again I've matched that. These can go now. And I'm just going to go ahead and wait for this last one to finish. And then we will get to work on reassembling the car. Okay, good to go. And this is, of course, assuming that I have everything, but I'm pretty sure I do at this point. And for this particular rear end, I like to work back to front, because once you get around to the other side of the axle, stuff starts to overlap, and I just find it easier to do it from this side. It's just a personal preference thing, though. Everybody figures out things that work best for them. I also like to assemble it in a balanced kind of way, you know, just because it satisfies my OCD. It is convenient that all of those wheels are the same size. The GT40 and the Mustang that were here a minute ago, their front and rear sizes were both different. So you have to pay close attention which wheel goes where. Yeah, I think that looks all right. Definitely like it better than the other wheel had kind of a dinner plate look to it. Looking at that engine as I'm doing this, I almost wish that there wasn't so much on it. Because a lot of the stuff that you can see there, we're not going to reuse. That power steering pump, we're not going to use. I think it has some coils and spark plugs in it. We're not going to use any of that. We're not going to use those heads. The rollers and pulleys and whatnot on the front of the engine, we're not going to reuse because they're not repairable anyway. Not sure if there's an alternator on it. I can't see it from this side. It's almost easier though to work with an engine that come on, get over there. That you don't like. Yeah, there's an alternator, and we're not going to be using it. You know what? I need to remember to get that battery. Did I get it off the charger? I did. Ah. But like you can see there, the manifold, there wasn't one on the other side. There's no head cover on this side. But it's probably got pistons and stuff in it that we're not going to use. I almost prefer to work on an engine that comes in as just the crankshaft and the block. Because I don't have to take out, you know, a bunch of pistons that I'm just going to throw away. And spark plugs and things like that. This one is going to have a lot of stuff to get rid of. Though I usually try to repair the heads and stuff now, even if I'm not going to use them. Because repairing them means you can sell them for a decent amount of money. And I'd rather, you know, get paid something for those pieces than just chucking them in the trash can. I mean, I was doing a Porsche Carrera GT with the V10 engine in it, and the car, the transmission, I was able to repair and sell for a ridiculous amount of money, and that's always preferable to me. I don't remember what it sold for, but it was a lot. Hopefully we can repair the supercharger parts, because there aren't performance parts for that anyway. And there are, yep, see, these coils are garbage. There's going to be spark plugs under them, and those are all garbage. This head cover, hopefully, we can reuse. All of these rollers, the water pump, hopefully we can fix. I'll try to repair the alternator and the power steering pump and sell them, but I'm not going to use them again, obviously. The rollers and stuff are all just trash. The timing belts that are going to be behind this cover. And the cam gears. Oops, I need to get that one. Now the camshafts, we'll be replacing those with performance parts, but we'll try to repair these anyway, just to, to sell them. There's no plugs on this side, at least. And I don't see any caps in there either. So I have to buy all of those. Okay, disassembled the engine. Whoops. What I want to do first is flush these things. Stuff that's not repairable and not going to be reused anyway. Now there were, let's see, belts for the V8. There weren't any belts on it. We're going to need those. So we need this supercharger serpentine belt, and we need serpentine belt A. And then we need the pulleys and the rollers. And it's also going to need a belt tensioner. And then we'll come over here and get our pistons and our spark plugs and our coils. It also is going to need fuel rails and a throttle. So we can get rid of this and this. Okay, so I need the cam gears and the belts. Mm, 15% is the lowest. Might be able to repair a lot of this stuff. Let's see what happens. Failed to repair the timing cover, it looked like. Wow, we repaired a lot. So timing cover V8, crankshaft V8. Okay, so we've got that and that. See, these things we repaired, the original parts. So $110 a piece for those. And then we repaired the original heads, $750 each for those. So we need an alternator and a power steering pump. I think they're probably about $100 a pop. Yeah, 100 for that, 80 for that. Still need head cover A. I don't think I have everything I need, but I have a lot. That's going to need coil covers as well. Oh, I just thought of something I didn't buy. I don't know why I forget that all the time, because junkyard cars never come with oil pans. Thinking all the time I've been playing this game, I have never once gotten a car from the junkyard that had an oil pan on the engine. Oh, I didn't buy the caps. I even talked about it too, and I didn't buy them. I really like assembling the V8 engines, though. I mean, as the pistons go in and everything, it looks like it's a piece of artwork. It really is. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. I do wish that they had a transparent running view, so you could see the pistons go up and down when the engine is running. I mean, I don't know that once you button it up and you actually run the car and everything, I don't know that any of that stuff is actually animated inside there. It probably isn't. I bet it would cause a huge performance hit if it was. Oh, I just realized something else I didn't buy. Damn it. I thought I was so far ahead. Where is it? There it is. This car is going to be an absolute monster. I can tell you that right now. I did one of these like ages ago when I first got the mod. I don't remember if I don't think I actually even drove it. I'm just looking at all these performance parts that are going in here, and the performance exhaust it already has. It's going to be an absolute monster out there. Maybe I should have put slick tires on it. Just have to be careful driving it. I have a feeling it's not going to be worth a lot of money though, which is really kind of sad. Such an easy engine to put together though. I mean, it's, you do enough of these and you do enough of these, plus the fact that it's an overhead cam engine, it's not an overhead valve, so you don't have to deal with push rods and rocker arms. I mean, that right there is a huge plus in my mind anyway. And I think it's going to test out to like 1100 horsepower. You know, I was just thinking about this the other day. It's too bad that you can't put oil. You can't put oil into the crankcase when it's on the engine stand here. You have to put it in the car. It seems to me I should be able to put oil in it here. I mean, it doesn't matter. It's not going to leak out. Okay, we're set. That's one nice looking little power pack there. I just thought of something else that I know I don't have. And this one will do it. Pretty sure I didn't miss anything else. Yep, 100% across the board. Perfecto. Now we'll go ahead and test it, see what it's got under the hood. I think the standard horsepower on that engine, look at that, that's practically black in here. I think the standard horsepower on that engine is like 454. No, 584. Okay, so it's going to be over 1,000. $1133. This is going to be another one of those cars that would kill anybody who drives it. It does look really good though. I am quite pleased with how it looks. I think the wheels look very good on it. I'm even pretty pleased with the color, even though I don't think the color matches the interior. I don't know what to do about that. I mean, I could change the exterior color, but it'd be hard to match that. I'd have to look at the, what does that say? Oh, GM proud. Apparently it was manufactured in Kentucky. Wonder if it has the color codes on here. Okay, so let's drive it and see see if we can get ourselves killed here. Okay, where are we? There we go. It always looks a little bit different out here in the sunlight. and I do think these wheels look really good. I wish they weren't quite so flat. I wish they had more of a 3D. I wish they had more depth to them, because one of the reasons why I like to use this particular rim is because the center part is sunken in, so it gives it more. It gives it relief. It looks like there's something else there. When they're just flat, it doesn't look very interesting. Okay, so let's see if we can keep this thing in a straight line. Oh, see, it's trying to get away from me. No, 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 no. Ah, there it goes. Ha ha! Oh, damn it, come on. Maybe I'll just hold it against the wall. Nope. It's just going to go to the other wall. I'm going to try this again and see if I can focus a little bit more carefully on it. Oh, we're off the track. I didn't know that was possible. I wonder if I can get it. I wonder if it'll even end. Can I get back in? I think I'm past the finish line. Got it to 167. It really needs to have slick tires on it, though. This is just not controllable like this. Come on, I just want to get down to the end of the track. I've never been able to get to the end of the track before. At least the trees are not solid objects. This is a new one on me, though. I have never managed to escape the track before like this. There's a wall there. So, I think I went through those. Have I reached yep, I have reached an invisible wall. Can't go any further. Well, no. Can I drive through these tires? No, there's a invisible wall there. Alright, well, we got up to 167, which is pretty, terrifyingly fast. What about this? Can I get through here? So this is the actual... Yeah, I've never been down here before. I've never jumped the fence like that. Alright, fine. Let's get out of here. Okay, so we're done with this car. The only question is, how much is it worth now? What did we pay? I think we paid 11 grand and change for it. So we are up to not a whole awful lot. 77 plus 15 is 12, 8, 92, 92,000, 93,000. Probably 92,007 something. 92,822. Well, that's kind of... I mean, almost... I guess you could say it's almost 100 grand, but still, it's... I would think a car like that would be worth a lot more money. Alright, well, let's get rid of it. I'll probably finish up the bolt horn over there on my own time. But that'll wrap this one up. So, if you made it this far, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope to see you again here for our next Junkyard adventure, which I plan to be sooner than later. So on that note, bye for now.